Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Wareham Planning Board meeting of Monday, August 25. It is now 6 o'clock. We are meeting in the Multi-Service Center, room 520 at 48 Marion Road, Wareham, Mass. And we are available on Zoom. If you go to the website, you can find the agenda, and it will have the link for you. So let's open with a roll call for attendance, and we're welcoming back Mr. Schultz. So we have 5 at the table. So
Carl Schultz here.
Julie Moran here.
Sam Corbett here.
Jane Gleason here. So we have a full board tonight.
Yay.
Preliminary business is the approval of the meeting minutes from August 11. Were there any comments on the meeting notes?
So moved.
Can I get a second? All in favor?
I read them and I can say that they looked complete and accurate.
So is that an aye?
Aye.
Okay.
Julie Moran, aye.
Sam Corbett, aye.
And Jane Gleason, aye. So these have been approved.
And I am signing and dating the minutes, and I'm putting them in the folder and putting them back in the box.
Yeah, I think, Julie, it's helpful if you actually state that on the record, because then,
Going
Yes.
forward, that's what I
We will be
intend to
doing
do.
that, yes.
Yes.
And I suppose I should point out that we are working on getting up to date with meeting notes.
Allegedly, we are up to date.
We've been chasing it down and trying to get it all squared away. So I think we're close if we're not already there. So continued public hearings. The first public hearing, 325 Rick Valente definitive residential subdivision plan, Pierceville Road. They have sent in a request for a continuance to the 9/8/2025 meeting. I don't know if anybody is present representing that project.
I don't see anyone online.
Okay. Well, so I guess I need a motion to approve moving them to the 8th. It's a little frustrating.
What's with those people coming 3 times in a row?
Yeah,
I'd say, don't continue it.
yeah.
I'm tired of them. They've got my no vote already.
all right,
On
we
the
gotta have a
continued.
motion and a second first, before you can
Yeah,
vote.
we need a motion and a second to either continue or,
All right, I move that the 325 Rick Valente definitive residential subdivision plan, Pierceville Road, be continued to the meeting of September 8th, 2025.
Second reluctantly. Yeah.
so, well, if we get,
So you have a
you
motion
can make
and
the
a second.
motion, you can make the second, and we can vote it down. So I'd prefer to have a positive motion.
Yep.
And vote
So,
that down than a
So
Second.
negative
the
one.
implications are, if we vote it down,
Yes.
then we need to act.
That's correct.
And the applicant is not here, which is why they're required to be here, even for a continuance.
And honestly, I think that the frustration is that they're asking to be continued, they're not showing up when they've asked to be continued to at least partially answer some of the questions and keep the momentum going.
Right.
I think the people who are coming from the members of the public
Right.
would appreciate that if the applicant would show up and at least discuss the questions that have been asked and not, as they pointed out, leave it to the last and go through and try and answer 100 questions all at once.
So I know,
Yes, a little bit of
I did make a
respect.
motion. I don't know what the agenda for the 8th looks like. Is the 8th?
Yeah, I don't
I
know
mean,
either.
we could continue it to March of 2026 if you'd like.
We have a new site
Or
plan
later.
review, and we don't know, we've got 2 others that are probably going to continue to the same night, so that,
Well, We
We'll
get
have
to
it full.
decide.
Yeah.
There's supposed to be a negotiation for when it
Well,
gets
and
continued to.
they should be
In
present,
order for us to have a negotiation,
right.
Well,
They
given
have to
the
be
history, how
present.
about we bump it up a few weeks or months?
we can't, the problem is neither party can arbitrarily pick the date.
Yeah, that's right,
It has to be an agreement.
yes. And so we have their email where they've requested a date. So
They
it's
requested
either
the
thumbs
8th.
up or thumbs
So
down.
either we agree with their
Yes,
date
right.
or,
Right.
Well, for the record, I don't agree with the date. They have not showed up 3 times in a row. We're not ready, we're not ready. Put them in March next year.
Oh.
They'll have time.
Again. There has to be a
well,
meeting.
whatever.
of
We have a motion and a second. So unless you ask me to pull the motion, we
Yeah.
need to
No,
act on the
I'm
motion.
not, I'm not. I just, editorial comment,
Yeah, so
second
I
reluctantly.
don't know the implications if we decide to move it to 2020-11. Way out there, yeah.
I mean, I'm tired of them. These poor people, they get babysitters, they leave work early, they show up here. 3 times now, they haven't showed up.
Yeah,
Well, we can control that and we don't have to, grant the continuance. But if we don't grant the continuance, we have to act. We have to then close the public hearing.
The only reason I don't want to close the hearing is these poor people have showed up.
I understand.
Three
I'm
weeks.
I'm just articulating.
Yeah.
Here's our choice.
I know, I'm just pissed off.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so,
We have a motion
So
and
do
a
we-
second.
and
So the
second,
motion and the second are to
Accept the-
continue it
accept the
to
continuance
9/8.
request. Yes.
So we could deny that and have a second motion
could
to
do
move
that.
it to a different date.
We have a motion on the floor, so we have to clear that before anything else happens.
Right.
All right. So while we're still doing discussion, I have a question through the chair to the director of planning. If the applicant's not here, generally they have to sign the letter
Right.
for the date. How do we proceed if they're not here to sign the continuance? I mean, we're discussing
Yeah.
continuing to another date. I think we're kind of our hands
This
are
isn't the
somewhere.
first time either.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
No,
this
no.
happens
This
to
is
us
now
all
the
the time.
repeat.
The
Yeah.
request was to September 8th, and in the email, they said that they would have plans for you to review next week. That gives you a week to review them and look at, and, you know, have a week of preparation before the 8th.
We went through the same scenario with Bay Point, right or wrong.
Yeah.
You guys
No.
work with them.
Didn't
and
they say
everything
the
else.
same thing at the last one, though, Josh?
Doing the same.
All right, well, yeah, you're right. It's a problem with our procedure. We need to remind the applicant, and we did take a vote to require the applicant to be at least available online
To agree to the
to
date.
be involved in these discussions,
Yeah,
because the
yeah.
8th may not work for us.
Right.
We've got to remind the applicant they need to be here, even online. They don't have to physically be here.
Right, that's,
No, and
as
online
soon as
is
we get
not.
it, should go online, our website, amended
Yeah. Okay.
to,
It's in the rules and regs, it's in the policy
Right.
documents.
and I've been mentioning it for 6 years now.
All right, well, we have a
I-
motion. We need
Yeah,
to
we do
I think
act.
it
have a
would be
motion.
inappropriate to continue it to your second meeting in September.
I'm
And
sorry.
sorry. I don't think it would be inappropriate to continue it to your second meeting in September, and I think the applicant would probably understand your reasoning as well.
Yeah,
Whatever.
we've got a
But-
full meeting on the 8th, on the
You
9th.
have a couple new applications that you'll probably be talking about, and all of
On
my
the 8th.
town meeting stuff
Yeah.
is for the 8th too.
So I think it's too full of a schedule.
Yeah.
Decline and
Well,
offer
all right,
him.
Then,
So the motion on the floor that's been seconded is to move it to the 8th of September. And I think
do you want me
we're
to
all
pull,
kind of,
do you want me to pull that motion?
Yeah, I think we
Yes.
should.
All
yeah.
right,
Could do
then I
that.
withdraw the motion.
Okay.
Julie,
Yeah, second.
to the
withdraw your
22nd.
second.
Yeah,
So
withdraw your
withdraw the
second.
motion. Yes, in my second. Agreed.
So do we want to make a motion to move it to the September 22nd meeting?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I move that we schedule, or we continue 325 Rick Valenti definitive residential subdivision plan, Pierceville Road, till the planning board meeting of September 22nd, 2025.
Correct.
I made the motion.
Second.
We have a motion and second.
All in favor? Well, any discussion? I discussed it all kind of already.
Beat it to death.
We gotta resolve this soon.
Yeah.
Like I said, it comes back and bites us all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys are new players in the game, and we're setting a bad precedent.
Yeah.
I hate Lake Hell, but I guess I'll have to
So the,
follow the motion.
so the question is, Josh, someone requests by email, let's say,
Yep.
or otherwise, do we put together a response to say that you must appear either in person or via Zoom in
To-
order to request
arrange
this
the date.
continuance?
Well, I think.
We've had that policy,
Or just deny it.
Yeah.
well, that's
Right.
still
That's
on.
my next
That's the
vote, if
option.
they don't show up.
So Josh, does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can start
think we
responding in
can
that manner, that's
Put
fine.
together a standard response.
Yep.
Okay, well, we have a motion and a second.
Yes.
And I think we're done discussing?
Yep.
Is that accurate? So all in favor?
Mike Baptiste, aye.
Carl Schultz, aye.
Julie Moran, aye.
Sam Corbett reluctantly, aye.
Jane Gleason, aye.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to jump ahead to item 3. Item 8-25 DDO New England LLC, Site Plan Review 2424 Cranberry Highway. They as well have requested a continuance to
But
9/8.
apparently, they're here.
You're here.
Hi.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Absolutely.
appearing, sir.
Yes, thank you for appearing.
Oh, absolutely. So, Mark Raymond, DDO Foods. I'm the developer for Taco Bell. We're requesting the continuance to the 8th because we've yet to receive the third-party reviewers' comments,
Yes, and
and we were supposed to receive those at the beginning of last week.
I did receive an email from him saying that that had not gone out yet. so.
Okay.
I'm happy.
So it sounds
think
like a
that's-
legitimate reason.
I think it's a
Yep.
legitimate reason.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is the 8th, or do we still, you're comfortable we have
So
time
you're
on the
looking at you're interested in the 8th? Is that what?
I really, to continue my schedule, I
Yeah.
really need to be open this year, so, yeah.
Okay, so the 8th would be good.
Okay.
We were ready to start in May.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we can make that work.
I move that we continue 825 DDO New England LLC, and this is just a site plan review, SPR,
Yeah.
2424 Cranberry Highway,
Second.
till September 8th,
8th,
2025.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Mike Baptiste, aye.
Carl Schultz, aye.
Julie Moran, aye.
Sam Corbett, aye.
Jane Gleason, aye.
Thank you.
See you on the 8th.
Sir?
Thank you
for
for
showing up.
appearing.
Oh, absolutely.
You heard the conversation, so.
I come to all of them, so, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so backing up to item 2, 4-25, and Plan 25-5, Kevin Welch, Site Plan Review, 2731 Cranberry Highway.
Thank you.
Thank you for being present.
Yes, it's happy to be here. My name is Jeff DeLisi. I'm with Orenberger, DeLisi and Harris, lawyers on behalf of the applicant, Kevin Welsh, who is in the audience tonight.
Could you do me a favor and spell your name?
Sure. D as in David, E-L-I-S as in Sam, I.
Shall I pass these out?
And,
We have Darren Grady over here.
Yep.
Darren is with Grady Consulting, our engineers.
and would you go ahead and spell your last name as well for the,
Sure. It's G as in gold, R-A-D-Y.
thank you, for the note taker. It makes it easier for them.
Excellent.
And as you are both here in a professional capacity, I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand and swear that you're going to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
So help us God.
Yeah,
I will.
that. Thank
Thank
you.
Oh, Jane, we're waiting for.
Yes, we'll distribute these.
I
So
think we only
these
have,
were,
we'll have to share. Want to share?
oh, okay, we're
I
sure.
think we only,
So I'm happy
Down
to
to you guys.
synopsize as you all are looking at the plan, if you'd like.
Yeah,
Oh,
yep,
thank you.
so we're all looking at, this was fairly new material, so.
Yes.
Yeah, she took it back. The one
Oh,
that-
there's,
Oh,
here's a
a big one. No,
big one.
keep the big one, we'll have to send
Here, have this.
okay.
I'll look at the big one.
Move this back.
We'll get there.
Oh, well, you could use that for display purposes.
And, oops. Send this down.
Thank you.
Sure.
Send those, take one and send one down.
Madam Chair, how many meetings have you had on this application?
I think that this is the 4th meeting overall.
Oh, I will be ineligible to vote.
Yes.
Okay.
I can contribute, but I can't vote.
So I think the floor is yours.
Oh, thank you very much. So, we've made some fairly significant progress since our last meeting on August 11th, and the progress is represented in the plans in front of you. Just stepping back before talking about the plans, since our last meeting, we've obtained the order of conditions, and that has been provided to us by the town and forwarded to Josh. Essentially, I think what the board has been grappling with the most on this project is the parking question. And there were some questions about the fact that this project has a concept where folks drive into the building, and trying to make sure that we don't count the interior parking towards the parking requirement. So we've gone ahead and we've redesigned the plan with an attempt to try and create as many exterior parking spaces as possible. So irrespective of the number of spaces on the inside, what we've done first and foremost is we've reduced the number of tenants per building from 5 to 4. That means that applying the parking chart and the requirement under the bylaw for industrial non-manufacturing use, our required total number of parking spaces for the 8 tenants is 19. We are showing a plan in front of you now that moves all of the parking spaces so that they do not abut the building, so you don't have any safety concerns up against the building. And we are showing 33 total parking spaces for these 8 tenants when 19 is required. So Grady Consulting, in addition to doing that, has provided you with a swept plan analysis so that you can see that we're able to safely turn emergency vehicles on the site. And we've also provided remaining comments to satisfy your peer review consultant, which essentially were minimal, because we had previously just about entirely satisfied the items articulated by your peer review consultant. So we think that we've made a really good faith effort to try and accommodate, listen to you and understand your issues and try and accommodate those. And we think that we've put this project on a path where hopefully it could be closed this evening. And that said, more than happy to, the other thing that we've done on the plan, 2 additional items. First, because we moved the parking opposite the front entrance of the building, we've added a solid fence right on the southeasterly property line. I'm sorry, the westerly property line. So basically on the bottom of the plan, right along the property line, we have a solid fence, and that would be there to mitigate any concern about headlights and viewing of the activity on the site by abutting neighbors.
What type of fencing?
I believe it's a solid cedar fence. But Kevin, if I'm wrong, you can tell me.
It was gonna be a solid fence anyway, so I didn't know if I wanted to do it either a cedar fence or a vinyl fence.
And height?
6 foot?
6 foot. Okay, I missed that.
It's right, there's a notation for it on the bottom of the plan. It says proposed fence, and basically,
Yeah.
you see all the posts there right on the
Yeah.
property
Yeah.
line. We also put in some landscape rocks directly behind the front of the parking spaces, just to make certain that vehicle, even though we have the curb stops at the parking space, just to make certain that no vehicles are entering, the open space buffer area, which we have mitigation plantings in any event for screening. So with that said, I'm here to answer, and Darren's here to answer any questions that you guys might have.
Josh, all happy?
I don't know. I don't think you guys sent me these plans. I like the sound of the proposal. I don't think I've seen them.
To whom?
To me.
To you.
They should be on the,
We got
they
them
on
at
the
3
form?
o'clock.
Yeah.
Well, they came in.
They came in late.
They came in Friday. We got them at 3 o'clock today.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it took a little analysis for us to do, and we apologize for the late submission. If you feel you need more time, certainly. It is uploaded, I believe, to the portal.
While you guys consider, I know that I can't, but I just have a couple of questions.
Yeah,
Just-
you're welcome to.
You did a swept path analysis. Do we have a determination from the fire chief that it's adequate?
I think we've had one before. I don't know if he's seen this particular one.
The answer is no.
Okay,
Yeah.
that would be, whether that's an issue or not, it's a question. And Josh, I can't find the relevant bylaw on fencing standards.
Ooh. Good luck with that.
I do have a question that maybe you could address. What was behind the decision to offset the entrance to the site from the county layout, from Cranberry Highway? Offset it from the aisle? And the reason I ask is that with that offset, it puts the entrance closer to the neighboring entrance, and there might be a little bit of a
The goal was to provide as least amount of disturbance in the direction of the resource area as possible. So,
because it seems that that's outside, well outside of the 100-foot buffer and the 200-foot Riverfront Act, and what is this?
I'm sorry, but let's just make sure we're talking about the same thing. What's behind what?
So I'm curious about what was behind shifting this to not align with the aisle. Why does
Oh.
it not just go straight out? Because I see you've got 2 parking spaces here that become a little difficult to maneuver if there's traffic coming in, and particularly the one that's nose in. perpendicular to this whole row of parking that's along.
Yeah, so
That
just.
this one is
So,
difficult.
number one, we have 33 spaces, 19 are required. We try to get as much on the site as possible, but we don't need that site right there, right? So that's the first order of business. As far as, to answer your question, I'd have to defer to Darren.
Yeah.
Yes, the intent was to maximize parking.
And the reason why we did that was because we were asked to do so by the building inspector. It was basically,
Max it out.
you can't have enough parking for this use, was pretty much what,
Yeah. Yeah,
He said.
I guess I just see those 2 parking spaces right at the entrance
yeah.
that are not sort of part of the regular pattern as being really difficult to use.
Yeah, and we're more than happy to eliminate those altogether.
And curious about that, and the shift was to accommodate more parking.
Correct.
Madam Chair, we're doing a site plan review, is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so a question, do we have a landscape plan?
There is one here.
Yes.
There is one.
It's included in the drawings?
Yep. It's, I think we're next to last page.
Yeah, I don't think we have
Right
any
here.
clear
Yeah.
standards on fencing, Josh.
Sheet 5,
Otherwise-
sheet 5.
Yep.
And as,
So-
as you're reviewing that, just a reminder is that we've been to the zoning board and they granted a variance for the use,
Yes.
which has become final.
And you just applied for an extension to that, is that correct?
No, we were granted the variance, I don't know, 4 months ago.
Okay.
The expiration of a variance is after 1 year.
Yep.
And then you have the ability to request an extension of, I think, no more than 6 months.
Okay. Yeah, I thought I had seen it on their agenda. I was surprised to see it there, but for
Oh,
an
we'll
extension.
have to look at that. Yeah, it wasn't requested by us,
Yeah,
and
okay.
it's not necessary.
Yeah, it sounds like the dates are
Yeah.
okay. So. Anybody else have questions?
Just seeing it, so,
Yeah, right.
yeah.
Going to open this up to any public comment. Is there anybody in the audience who wants to comment?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Come on up.
So, what's on the other side of the fence?
There is a residence. Right here,
All right, so we have to determine,
three-family dwelling.
we have to determine if the fence is sufficient to,
In fact, she's parentheses.
okay, good, so.
To
but then-
shield headlights and
Mhm.
Yeah,
everything.
so your conditions should be very specific
Yeah,
about.
to talk about the fence.
That and the
Or
maintenance.
yeah, but it's
And-
part of the, it's, yeah, and maintenance.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seems if as they described it, it should,
Yeah, I mean,
Should be
we've
reasonable.
now got the 40-foot landscaping buffer, which is good, and the building is even farther back, because it was the building that was on this side before.
so did you
So,
talk about night sky compliance for all the lighting?
we didn't talk about it specifically. I think we
About
might
the
have
lighting?
mentioned it.
Well,
About the lighting
there's
plan?
gonna
It
be
all has to
exterior
be-
lighting on the building, right?
Is there a lighting
And it's all
plan?
good.
Is it gonna be night sky compliant?
Correct.
That should be
That's
just a,
required.
that should be.
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
6.6 is photometrics.
Is the lighting, oh, that's, okay.
The thing
I
is-
apologize, I'm coming in late, I'm just trying to help, but.
No, good questions.
The only thing we might want to keep.
Yeah, there's a whole,
hours of
And
operation.
they detailed the gasoline trap.
yeah, Carl, there's a full photometric,
Yeah, Mike just pointed that out to me.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's a good question. What are the hours of operation?
Well, Kevin, I don't want to speak for you as much as you want me to.
I would say that they're going, people will probably start rolling in there. Some of the guys maybe a little bit after 6, and most guys are done by 3 or 4 or 5.
Not overnight, not
No,
late evening.
absolutely not. I don't allow that in any of my buildings.
No night deliveries, nothing like that, right? Night deliveries?
This isn't,
It's not, a night delivery wouldn't be a planned thing. No one's gonna be, none of the people would be there. I don't foresee that happening. I mean, I do have a bunch of these buildings like this.
no, yeah, Kevin,
Once in a while.
you've got to restrict deliveries in this area. You okay doing that?
You know, because I hate like how
Yeah.
we're living next door.
It needs to be during working hours.
3 o'clock in the
Yeah,
morning.
so we should come up with some reasonable conditions
Yeah,
about.
that would be
about-
part of the conditions.
Absolutely.
Because the neighbor, you don't want to have, in a residential abutting area,
Yes.
heavy trucks. I don't know what a delivery truck would look like for this facility, but,
Yeah.
yeah.
The business operation doesn't contemplate that either, but it makes sense to have a condition to
Yeah.
make certain. So it's enforceable.
So I guess my question about that parking at the very front entrance runs counter to what you've been directed to do, to put in as much parking as possible. So I think I might be running up against,
Another department?
yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Well, if we left them, they'll make them work one way or the other.
Well, I mean, I think you could probably, I think you could probably get those 2 parking spaces right in line with the rest of these. Not to, I don't want to be doing any design work from here.
Look,
but-
in reality, like it's our opinion that the parking is already way overkill here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
For this particular use, you simply, this is unprecedented. I've done 5 of these
Yeah.
now in the last 10 years.
Yeah,
Remember, there's, likely to be spaces on the inside as well. So
yeah,
if you were to eliminate that space, it's not gonna matter, but the point I'm making is that you can leave it on this plan.
and
It's probably never
never
gonna
gonna
be
get
used.
used, right,
Sure.
right.
Awkward, very
Well,
awkward to get
and,
in and out
and
of.
the idea of this being in line, I don't know if that's something that you would entertain or not, and there may be good reason to not do that, but to me, it looks like it's a little awkward, even with the swept path analysis, that it gets difficult to make that sort of S here, and it puts you in a sort of somewhat conflicting situation, I would think, with the neighbor and getting in and out.
There'll be some pavement markings there.
Close, very close to our driveway.
Do you want to come up and
Yes,
comment?
I'm just looking at what's there. It looks like it's about,
She needs to.
I don't know.
Yeah, if you
Can
could
you
sit
identify
and
yourself?
identify yourself and spell your name for our record taker.
Barbara Worthington, Worthington. Their entryway currently is very close to ours.
Yeah, so you're the neighbor,
We're abutting.
budding neighbor.
So there's, I mean, I don't know what, looking at the plan, it looks like there's 87 feet of a buffer space between the fence
And the building.
and the pavement area, right here.
I think
87,
the 87 goes to the building.
Goes to the building,
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
yeah.
just, you speak if I'm wrong.
Yep.
Just let me know.
So
Is
we
it-
have the 40-foot buffer, so it's at least
Right.
40 feet.
So it's,
Okay.
yeah.
40 feet, that's about as wide as our driveway.
Of space.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking that if, for instance, there's a box truck leaving there, you won't be able to see around them to.
It's a good point. If we eliminated that one space, we could kind of fill in that area, right? And straighten it
Well,
out.
and is the entry, yeah, the entry and the aisleway are the same width, 24 feet. So you could put those 2 spaces that you've got, the one that's, directly nose in from the entrance, could be turned perpendicularly and run along in the same cadence as all of the parking along the, the stone wall.
I would just recommend eliminating it. I don't see a reason for it, and then you have more room to work with.
I just don't want to set whoever told you to put the most parking in, I don't want to set their teeth on edge.
Okay.
So,
We cannot put that at the end, like what you're talking about, because we wouldn't meet the 24 where we're coming in the entrance.
Radius.
So that was the only reason why we turned it that way. So where
oh,
that,
so you've got a 24-foot aisle between the ends of the parking stalls, and you've got a 24-foot entranceway. So that could just be continuous.
can I approach just so I can see what
Yeah,
you're talking about?
absolutely.
Yeah, there is one here, too.
There is one that's perpendicular, parallel to the building.
Yeah, there's one parallel to the building, and
Yeah,
there are two that are
those-
sort of at
I mean, it's
right
clear
angles, here and
you've
here.
crammed as many
So
in there
I'm
as you
thinking,
can.
this is 24 and this is 24, why don't those just align? And this could be, you could just continue with 2 more spaces.
So you're thinking move the entrance up to the
That's,
You know, see,
it gives you
those-
more separation here.
This is her driveway she's referring to right here.
Okay.
See, just so you can see it.
And it means that the trucks, even for the trash pickup, don't have to do this S here.
Yeah, but
They can just go straight out.
space on this
They'll
side?
have to maneuver
Does
to
this meet
turn
the
around, but they
setback?
won't have to.
Her dwelling may not meet the setback for
Might
the
not.
property.
Right, it probably doesn't.
How old is this?
I have no idea. Ma'am, how long has your structure been there?
Excuse
How
me?
long have you, how long has your dwelling been there? How long has your dwelling been on that site?
Since 1900.
Yeah, the dwelling's pre-existing.
Oh, so it pre-exists all the zoning bylaws, so, because I'm looking at the setbacks on your side, and it's kind of close, but
Yeah.
not applicable.
Our house and that property were one farm, and it got split up.
Oh,
It was a dairy farm.
Yeah,
I think that makes sense.
time.
They can,
Yeah.
it's just, yeah, I could see someone backing out, and someone's sitting here waiting.
Yeah,
It's
and
just-
this one is particularly hard to,
Yes, yes.
how do you turn around?
No, I know, yeah.
And
when
this one,
someone
you're
else.
backing into somebody leaving.
That's right, yeah. Well,
So we're shifting this that way?
Yeah.
And we just condition it.
And they were counting,
This
Then you
goes
just
over
do
here.
this, you just follow along.
Yeah,
So
just keep going.
I know.
Right.
we're gonna shift
We have the
this
space to do it.
like that,
Great.
right?
I
Better.
believe we
And
can
the water.
accommodate that.
Yeah, okay.
So we would love to be able to do it, and I know it sounds like you guys have a lot going on in your agendas coming up. We'd love to be able to do it as a condition,
Yeah,
if possible, that we slide it, you know, in that direction, a certain specified number of feet or something.
The one across from Penny's Ice Cream, we put all kind of, like, stipulations in
well,
it.
what's the,
So the parking space is 19 feet deep, so if we say like 18 feet, that would give us plenty of room to move it.
These are the Butts residential
So you'd say slide it 18 feet easterly
hotels because when that's-
in your,
you know, this is business.
yeah, so right now, you've got this one parking space right here, and you're going in the depth of, you're moving the driveway, the
Seems
depth
to
of
meet
that,
the-
and it should
the-
align
the
with the,
bylaw requirements. Now that-
because
now
it's
that-
reciprocal, it should,
that would give me a foot of play as far as if we said 18, because your space is the 19.
yeah,
So move it this way, north, is this?
yeah.
Yeah,
So move the entrance, condition on moving the entrance driveway 16 feet easterly.
18 feet easterly.
18 feet easterly so that it matches
I would just go the
edge
full
of
19. But, I mean, it just, you're basically taking and flipping this part of it.
That's fine, but I don't want to argue over a foot.
Yeah,
Say-
right,
Say
right.
19.
Seems to make sense to just take it and flip it, and then you can fit your parking in without any,
That'll work, we'll make it work, we'll make it work.
okay. Yeah, much better for lots of reasons, flow, just as
Yeah.
you said. Yeah, that just seems problematic, okay.
Thank you, Barbara.
so lighting and the fence and the schedule of work hours, delivery schedule, the entrance.
Josh, did Mr. Turner have any other comments? No?
Anybody else see anything that,
As long as Mr.
So-
Turner's satisfied.
do you have any further comments?
I'm all set.
Can't get into the thing. I think getting it back in front of the fire department would be a good idea if you
Yep.
wanted to make that.
Well, getting confirmation from them,
Yeah, it sounds like
given-
it's changed. The plans might have changed a little bit since they saw it.
yeah, and given that the fire department is not part of the town, we really need to reach out to them and make a concerted effort to get their approval.
Thanks.
Yeah.
My only concern really is that this is wetlands, this is a salt marsh, this is a stream that migrating fish use, and it's a habitat that's being destroyed.
And-
You know, the drainage pits are not really so much below the water table. I mean, they're at the water table.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's.
It's awful.
Unfortunately, that's out of our purview.
Yeah.
That's the Conservation Commission, and I believe that they have,
They didn't want to hear me.
Order of conditions?
yeah, they have issued their order of conditions, and, I mean, we can do what we can do, but I kind of feel like this has improved from what it was, because we had parking that was on that side, and I'd rather see the parking away, and it puts the building away from your
Yeah,
house,
yeah,
which
yeah.
I think is an improvement, because you don't have this
Yeah,
by your house.
that was pretty shocking.
Well, so now you've got 40 feet of landscaping and a parking lot, which is,
Better.
at ground level, and then the building. So I think
Yeah.
that that's an improvement. And it looks like there's some encroachment on the riverfront area and some encroachment into the outer
Which
50
the
feet, which
Conservation
the
Commission dealt
Conservation
with.
Commission has had
There
their,
was a use variance for this use, right?
yeah,
which
there
the-
was a
Yes,
use
was.
Which
variance.
the variance, the ZBA gave.
Yeah,
Yes.
so
No control- we
ZBA
have no
had,
control
had
over.
control of the use, which we have no control over.
Yeah.
So
So
I
order of
think it's,
conditions, no unusual requirements, just, it was completely approved.
I don't think there were any special conditions. Let me see.
There were a few special conditions,
there was
but nothing unusual. They wanted to, when they voted, they did not have the revised parking layout plan. So they conditioned it on us providing that plan, but they
Okay.
were satisfied with the explanation of what we were doing.
Do you have a
And
copy of the order of conditions? Because
yet.
I
you-
don't think we've seen it
I
yet.
didn't have it last time, it wasn't
it
available
was
yet.
just sent,
Okay.
like,
Because that needs to be part of our record in order for us to approve.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that it's been
I've sent
approved.
it to Josh already, but
Yeah.
you can have this, and this is the special conditions page.
Yeah, so I think
you.
that we will not be able to vote on this until we've got this officially from Concom, is that correct?
Well, that's a,
Yeah, you have it. Yeah,
Okay.
that's.
All right,
what we
that
need
we've
to
got-
deliver, you need to write the conditions.
yeah, we were, right.
Correct.
Or
Yeah.
you can vote, how,
If you
after we vote,
You can reference it in your condition. You don't have to reiterate the condition.
no, but we have to write the
We have to
conditions we
write our
talked about
conditions.
tonight.
Oh, right.
So after we vote, how long do we have to write the decision document, or do we have to vote on the
60
conditions?
days.
60 days.
Do we have to vote on the conditions when we should talk to them about it while.
Yeah.
But
Agreed, 60
you've
days.
heard the kind of conditions that we're thinking of. I don't think there's anything onerous that we've.
No,
No, I don't think that there's anything unusual, not that we haven't covered.
yeah.
Right.
in
And
our
that wasn't
discussions.
addressed. There are some things we asked about, gas storage, all of that, looks like they've been addressed, so.
On the
I don't see-
fencing, we'll probably put something in there about maintenance of it, just to protect the abutters.
Yeah. Yeah. Maintenance plan,
Yeah.
a maintenance plan, basically.
Well, and they've not been specific about the materials, so we need to,
Right.
you need to write a condition either being specific on the
Gives-
materials
give some
or,
alternatives.
Yeah.
or
that they could-
what the criteria is
Yeah,
for light penetration and things
None.
like that.
Agreed.
no.
Yeah.
Could be arborvitae instead of a fence, too.
Well, we already have plantings. So
You're both.
I think
The fence
arborvitae
was
would not.
supplied at the request of Barbara's husband.
I don't think that arborvitae would satisfy. I think
Okay.
that it's too risky.
I threw that out. as
Yeah,
a-
yeah, no,
Yeah.
but I just think it's too risky that if there's a problem with the health of the plants.
Yeah. it dies and.
Yeah,
Well,
and,
then, but that's why you have a landscape bond.
yeah, but
So we'll have to have a maintenance plan
you end
for
up with
both,
a
both the fence and the,
time
That's
gap if you've got to replace
Yeah.
plants. And,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
so-
okay, so I think if we continue it, it should be straightforward.
Yeah, so I think that we could continue it to the 8th and fit it in. But does the
But we
board
need,
agree?
okay, yeah, I suggest you have people start thinking about their conditions so you can assess them at the next meeting.
Yeah, right.
Is it possible to vote to close the public hearing portion of the meeting, so it's just discussion at the next meeting?
We could do that.
Is there any, no, we're still waiting for the fire department.
True.
Can't take any new documentary
true.
evidence
Oh,
after we
right,
close
that
the
we should
public
wait
hearing.
until-
Yeah, but you could make his approval a condition.
You could do that.
You could make a condition that says you have some type of approval from the fire department. That would be a way to satisfy that.
I'm in favor of closing.
The only reason for not closing the public hearing is if you think there's going to be any more testimony, or we can deliberate on conditions outside the public hearing.
I don't have a problem with closing it. I don't know if anyone else is,
Make a motion to close the public hearing.
Do you have a
second,
Okay. Any, all right, all in favor?
Mike Baptiste, aye.
I'm going
You're-
to abstain,
you-
I'm going to
yeah.
abstain as
Yeah.
being ineligible.
Julie Moran, aye.
Sam Corbett, aye.
Jane Gleason, aye.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Good job.
Yeah.
We need
wait-
to
we need to
vote to continue it to the 8th.
Eighth.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not the public hearing, you're not continuing, we're just
No.
going to,
Just the conditions.
we're going to
yeah,
deliberate,
decision.
so it's not.
So maybe
being-
with the public hearing closed,
Yeah,
we're
closed.
good?
You're not
We're not
continuing.
continuing the
Correct.
public
But
hearing, correct? got
You're
it,
aware
got it.
that we're going to put it on
Yep.
the agenda for the,
Yep.
for the 8th, and we would request that you would participate.
Great. Thank you again.
Okay,
So we would write the decision document on the 8th, or finalize the
yeah,
decision
deliver, yeah.
document?
Or
right.
we could put together a draft
Yeah, we haven't-
before
we
that
haven't- yeah.
and have it ready.
We have,
for-
now have templates,
We haven't
Okay.
voted to approve or deny, all we've
Correct.
done is
Yep.
close the public hearing.
correct.
Yep.
Excellent. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Darren, you have some notes on here. Do you need this one? I'm all set. If you uploaded it, I'm good. Thank you. Have a nice night.
Oh, this is yours.
Okay.
The variance extension that you mentioned is for 3127, not 2731
Oh.
Cranberry Highway.
Oh, geez.
Okay,
Cool.
got it.
Dyslexia.
Okay,
But it is a different project, not just a
Yes.
except of the numbering.
yeah. Okay, next on the agenda is public hearing, 10:25.
Open, to open,
Concert
public hearing?
group, so we need to open the public hearing. So,
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Pretty good. How about you, Sam?
Good.
Bill?
so, oh, yeah,
Board members, everyone doing well?
long time no
Fish
see.
fighting.
What's that?
How's the fish?
All right. Not too bad. Good days and not so good days.
So, I'm going to start with the notice of public hearing. The Wareham Planning Board will hold a public hearing on August 25, 2025 at 6 o'clock PM in room 520 of the Wareham Multi-Service Center, 48 Marion Road, Wareham, Massachusetts, 02571, to consider petition number 10-25 for a site plan review from the requirements of Article 15 of the Wareham zoning bylaws to Conserve Group, Inc., of 110 State Road, Suite 7, Sagamore Beach, Massachusetts, 02562, proposing construction of 2 commercial buildings with associated parking lot, access drives, utilities, and stormwater management system located at 6 Recovery Road, Wareham, Massachusetts. Assessors map 108, lot 1018.A1 in the industrial zoning district. So if you could introduce.
Wait, you need to move to open the
Oh,
public
I
hearing.
need to move to open the public
I
hearing.
move that we open the public hearing.
Thank you.
Second?
All in,
Green cards have been,
uh,
accounted for.
Well, we could open the public hearing, you could ask that. Okay, wait, okay, so we have a question.
okay,
So,
so we should,
so for discussion, is the application certified as complete?
yes, do we have the green cards back?
Well, 2 questions. One is, notice is back, but the question to the planning board is, the planning department, Josh, do we have a complete application?
Yeah, I'm trying to get into it now. I believe so.
I did a cursory review. I believe, there's
Okay.
some questions I have about the application, but I believe all of the required
Documents for the-
components were,
Thank you.
there's the green cards, Mike.
Yeah, you have the green cards.
All right, so, hearing that we have a completed application as certified by the planning office, I continue with my motion to open the public hearing.
Okay.
Good question.
Did we get a second?
Second.
Okay.
A second
All-
again.
All in favor of opening the public hearing?
Any more discussion before we,
Oh.
Nope.
you got it, okay.
Baptiste, aye.
You're
He
looking
said
for-
aye.
Oh,
He
you
said
said
aye.
aye? Carl
Yeah.
Schultz says aye.
Julie Marie and I.
Sam Corbett, aye.
Jane Gleason, aye. So the public hearing is open. So if you could all introduce yourselves and spell your names.
Sure, thank you. My name is Scott, last name is Parrella, with a P as in paper, Arrella, and I represent Conserve Group.
Okay.
My name's Alan Pava. I own Acoustic Sions, Paiva. Some might say Paiva.
I'm Bill Madden, Madden, from GAF Engineering here on behalf of the applicant.
Okay. And are you all professionals representing the project? Are you an owner?
I'm the owner,
Okay.
yes.
So I guess we don't need to have
Just
the owner.
the professionals
Yeah,
are the
the
ones.
professionals need to raise your right hand and you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
I do.
And we hope that the owner tells the truth.
Oh, I do.
Right. So, the floor is yours.
Floor's mine, okay. I don't know, some of you might have been members of the planning board some time ago when Coastal Orthodontics was looking to put their dentistry building on this site. It was a site that went through site plan review. I believe it was all approved from what I can recall on that. And since that time, Coastal Orthodontics chose not to construct the building and instead sell the piece of property. And Acoustic is the company who's now looking to purchase it. And Conserve is working with them as their contractor on the job. At least that's how I understand things.
Architect and builder.
Okay, so design build group.
Okay.
I'm sorry?
Design build group.
Correct.
So this is, this locus is on Recovery Lane. Those of you that are familiar with it know that it's a dead-end way. There's a South Coast Medical Facility right across the street from this. The site is approximately 40,000 square feet, just a smidgen under a true acre, but it's 40,000 square feet. Slopes gently from Recovery Road to the to the shoulder of the lot, and then that slopes to the rear of the property. There's a bordering vegetated wetland at the rear of the property that we're looking to separate. It's actually on an off-site location, but we're going to be separating our building site from the remaining land with a larger retaining wall across the back of the site. But in any event, that's the locust plan indicates Recovery Road. The building location, Kendrick Road, in the industrial park goes, I guess, over to the north and east, and what have you. The project consists of the construction of two buildings. One of them is going to be directly used by Acoustic. The other one, I believe, is going to be constructed and leased. At least that's my present understanding. This plan here on sheet number 2, this is the topography of the existing site. It all slopes from Recovery Road to the back. Here's the BVW, the off-site BVW I was referring to. There's a fire hydrant located on the site. And then there's also a catch basin that services Recovery Road that discharges through a head wall right onto the property in question. So we had to incorporate that with our design with the stormwater management.
That's sort of at the lower right-hand property line.
I'm sorry?
Is it
As you
at
look
the
at it.
lower right-hand side of the property line here?
Yes.
That existing,
Oh, where the head wall is?
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
it states
okay.
head wall right there, I
Okay,
think
yep.
12-inch pipe. Yep.
Yep,
And it's also shown on the next plan where we're
Oh, yeah.
indicating
Yep.
basically just the rough utility layout and the building layout
Mm-hmm.
and the general site layout. But you can see what we're proposing. We have one building that's about 4,125 square feet on the north end of the site. Then we have another building with about 4,875 square feet. I'll call it on the southerly end of the site. This is the building that's going to be used by Acoustic, and this is the more speculative type of building there that once it's constructed, it'll likely be leased. Both of the uses are very similar. They're going to include office space plus storage for each one of the buildings. So we showed essentially locating parking area with some access into two loading bays that would be on the larger of the two buildings. And we simply do not show any loading bays. There wasn't any prescribed for the smaller second building, so none were shown there. But in any event, we show our entranceway coming in off the center of, essentially the center of the property. There's a series of parking stalls that'll be located against the large retaining wall that will be constructed at the rear of the property. That wall will be constructed in a manner to prevent vehicles from driving over the wall or off the wall. You know, we show wheel stops. You can see there's wheel stops shown in there, and that retaining wall is probably 2 feet higher than the existing grade. And then on top of that retaining wall, for pedestrian safety and just safety of people who might be traversing the site, there's a handrail across the top of that. There's no real access down into to the lower part of the backyard per se. There's nothing proposed back there other than essentially the landscape features that currently exist. You know, where the grade change is pretty significant, we didn't think that landscaping would be terribly important to have at the rear of the site where it's screened so readily from the front. But that's what we show. We do show a small not circular, but rectangular access around each side of the building so that we can provide with the necessary means of egress in and out of the building for the occupants of it. They both will discharge pretty much at grade if we were to walk around the building to get out front. Front doors are located on the northerly building, it's centrally located in the front of the proposed building. And on the acoustic building, we've held the back quarter of the site is having a recessed entranceway at that location so that we could accommodate 2 loading docks at the right front of that 4,800 square foot building. So you can see that we've manipulated the access into the site so that we're able to, and I'll show you on another plan where we show the turning radii for trucks. We're not looking at having tractor trailers deliver material here. We're looking at more or less like 35-foot box trailer type deliveries where the company is an acoustical tile contractor. Most of those things will be all prepackaged in, I don't know if they're going to be taped on, are they usually taped on
So the
pallets of
yeah,
some
small
sort?
pallets. Mostly it's overstock. I don't have material delivered to my office. Most
Usually
of it
goes
gets
to
delivered to
job
the site.
sites.
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay.
or my trucks, which they stay in Stoughton. I have a warehouse in Stoughton. The trucks aren't even parked there. Mostly this is just for the guys to come. I'll come maybe with my pickup, grab a few things every now and again.
Kind of
It's not
incidental.
really. 99.9 of our stuff comes from the distributor.
It's going to be mostly administration there, basically.
Administration mostly, yeah.
and
The
incidental
office,
tools
my office,
and
and their phone.
This will be a quick, but it does need a use variance, right, because of the storage?
It does need what, I'm sorry?
A use variance because of the,
I don't know that the storage part is,
I thought that Mr. Turner's determination
Was
was
that
that you
Paul
needed-
Turner's determination indicated that a variance for storage would be required because storage is not allowed in the industrial zone. I failed to note that this is in the industrial zone, and storage is not an allowed component within the industrial zone. So we are going to need to obtain a variance.
Right, so I would think your description of what's being stored there would be an important part of that use variance application, right?
Most definitely, yep.
Okay, so
Exactly.
we would want to see that when it comes back.
Yeah, and what we chose to go to site plan review first before we go after the variance.
That's okay.
Just, that was the choice that we made. We thought it made sense to get everything that might be questionable to the planning board or that the planning board might want to make an improvement to the plan, that it could be beneficial to the overall health of the project by doing that first as opposed to going for a use variance.
Madam Chair, through you again to Mr. Madden, do we need to do a special permit and a site plan review or just a site plan review? Well, I don't remember what Mr. Turner
I
said.
believe it's just site plan review.
Okay. We'll need to
if
confirm that.
if you end up with the use variance.
Well, yeah, if they don't get the use variance, it still wouldldn't need a special permit.
Yeah.
If Mr. Turner said it doesn't need one. I'll have to go back and read
Yeah,
it.
I would as well, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so
that-
we're thinking this right now in the context of a site plan review with the assumption that you'll get the
Right,
required
you'll
use
get through
variance.
the use.
Yeah, and that's our feeling too. I think that past history and a couple of very similar projects have occurred over the recent past in town, and we feel pretty comfortable.
All right, so if
Moving forward that way.
the use variance hasn't been granted by the time we're completed, the site plan would be conditioned.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, right.
And the only other, and we'll still need an order of conditions or determination from the Concom, right? You noted that you're going to go for that as well.
Right, and since you brought that up, let's talk about that. Initially, we did attempt to contact the owner of the property, the prior owner of the property where the wetlands is located, because we wanted to file a request for determination with conservation as part of our site plan review. We were not able to obtain that signature from the from the landowner. So what our fallback position would be is that we're going to, I think, just file a notice of intent for the work that we're proposing there to accomplish that. It's not really following exactly, I think, the way the cookbook describes it, but we felt that that would be an appropriate way of at least advancing it.
If you file a notice of intent, you'll get some kind of determination, so,
We should,
which is all we
Yeah.
Right.
exactly.
need.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, there's not really much going on down there. Just to keep you all informed, all of our stormwater management is occurring in the upper portion of the site. Underneath the parking lot, we have proprietary structures. We have infiltration chambers, you know, the whole 9 yards. We manage the 100-year storm. We don't have any increase in runoff under any of the storm events, so we feel pretty comfortable with stormwater management on the site.
I have questions about that. We'll come back to that.
Sure.
I just wanted to make sure I understood what we're reviewing. Thank you, you answered that question, and I don't want to disrupt the flow. So.
No.
Yeah, so in any event, that's what we're trying to do. You know, we show 2 overhead garage doors. We also show a oil and gas separator that's required for a floor drain. That would be necessary when we have that grade drive-through door. Plumbing code requires us to put that in there, so we just wanted to show the planning board that we have accounted for the plumbing issues that need to be accounted for inside the building. Many times it's overlooked, but in this instance, you know, we're able to either put 1 or 2 floor drains in once the architectural plans are complete, whether it's 1 or 2 or a trench drain. It'll still accommodate the provisions in the plumbing code. Show an electrical transformer that's going to be in this little grassed island here. Our water and our sewer connection is shown going out into Recovery Road. We also show a water service that's going to come into the site and split in both directions and provide water for domestic needs, meaning that there will not be a need to provide fire protection on either one of these buildings due to the size. They're both under 7,500 square feet in floor area, and a fire protection system is not required due to the size of the buildings. We're showing a total of, what do we got? 14 and 6. I think we're showing a total of
20 spaces.
I thought it said 19 on the front page, but 19, 20 parking spaces. I think we're deficient by a couple, but to us, we think that the warehouse component might be the component that would use less parking than the office component. And on the front of the plan set, I think we show what the parking requirements would be. If I could read this, we showed 22 spaces, and there were 26 required.
As we go through the plan, I tried to calculate, I found different numbers, I added up. They didn't add up. One place it said 9,000, you said 41 and 48, that's 89. So I just had some math things.
Yeah.
I'll track that as we go through the final plan.
Yeah, and typically the way we do it, and I think it's consistent the way Paul likes to see the parking calculated on a lot, is like, what are the different uses within the building, and how can we break up the parking for each one of those uses? So it seems to me that the storage facility is a little bit of a buffer with parking, and he uses 1 per 1,000 square
Yeah,
feet.
so I was just trying to figure out what the math was, so when we get the final determination, we can just double check all the math.
Yeah, sure.
So which,
Sheet number 5 indicates pretty much what we're planning on doing for the drainage. You can see our roof drain conductors come down from each one of the buildings. They're going to be piped to a proprietary structure to provide enhanced water quality treatment, and then those will be discharged into a large bed of recharge units installed in pretty sizable bed of crushed stone. So that will occur on each side of the building. So essentially everything, it's a mirror image on each side. And then we show a small overflow in the event that we do hit a storm event that exceeds the design standard storm event. We had an overflow built into it that discharges some water down to the lower level of the site. In the front of the site, we've chosen to place landscaped rain gardens in the front. A lot of that was precipitated from the need to have to manage that piece of stormwater from Recovery Lane.
Right.
We had to deal with that, so we
Come
felt,
across, it's going to sheet across, yeah.
yeah, so what we decided to do is actually just leave the head wall in place, leave it piped the way it is, and have that structure discharge into the rain garden. And that rain garden will have an under drain underneath. It'll have some risers in the top of it to help facilitate the discharge of the water into that drainage basin and into the underlying soils. There's test pits on sheet number 2 that indicate the quality of the material. It was decent material. It worked out fairly well from a drainage calculation point of view. So. Then there's a little bit of drainage around the side of the building, which will go down to we'll re-landscape these edges on the ends and pitch some of that surface water runoff down to this low area at the rear of the site. I call it a low area only because it's lower than the parking lot elevation. What do we got? Erosion control plan. We show our erosion control plan and the manner in which we show it in most instances. We have a construction driveway that's located in the same location as the site access drive will be located. Obviously, that'll be removed at the end of the project, paved with the remainder of the work. There's a detail of what that looks like over there on the left-hand side of the sheet. There's inserts into our catch basins. And then we have some erosion control straw wattle on the lot just outside of the area that's not being disturbed, the vegetation that's not being disturbed. So we think that works out fairly well. We also show a concrete washout pit detail. That is usually located on the site to accommodate the construction and whatever, with whatever building they're building first and what have you. We just show it here in the back, and we basically say that one of the notes basically says just located to facilitate the construction on the job site.
So it looks like the intention is to build that retaining wall from above, so you're not really disturbing the back part of the site during construction.
We haven't really, dug into that too deeply as to how we're going to construct it, but it does seem to make the most degree of sense to do it in that manner.
Yeah.
The next sheet is the landscape and lighting plan. We show the photometrics on the plan, so you can determine what the foot candles are at any point on the site. The focus obviously is in the parking area, where the employees will be coming and going during all courses of the day. Hopefully not too late into the evening. And then we developed a landscape plan for the rain gardens. So what we did is, I don't know if we were asking for this or not, but we're hoping to avoid the need to have a licensed landscape architect stamp this plan. It's kind of a modest landscape plan. We have a pretty good library of landscape plans to choose from, or to modify, or to add. And going back about 10 years ago, I had a young lady that worked for me that was a landscape architect student at UConn, and she did a real fine job on preparing a nice manual for us, so that we can understand what the plant material actually is intended to look like before we put that nice little symbol on the drawing. So, but anyway, we have our plant list, we have our bedding for our shrubs, we have our ground cover detail. There's our detail on our standard light pole with bases. They are dark sky compliant, and they do meet the full requirements of the lighting section of our ordinance. So I think we're pretty good with respect to that.
So I see one emergency exit at building 2 at the back, and I don't see one on building 1, any additional egress. And presumably they would want to be lit. So that might
Yep, we show
bear some
building
consideration.
1 and building 2. Building 1 doesn't show an egress at the rear of the building, I guess.
Right.
Building 2 does.
Building 2 does.
Yeah, but there's no illumination shown over that door, which
Right,
we
right.
will add.
Presumably you would do, and would it tie into your fire alarm system, or?
I don't know on that one. I don't necessarily think it needs to. I think it just needs to
Be
be
dark?
there.
Yeah.
Probably from a life safety point of view, probably just is pretty wise to keep it there
Yep, yep.
during all instances. But that's what's going on there, at least, and there's our plant material size, heights, symbols that go with each one, and what have you, and that's pretty much what we have on that. And then the remainder of the drawing sheets, 8, 9, and 10, they'll all be our construction details, whether it be the cement concrete that's going to be used at the sidewalk in the front, trench details, handicap, accessible parking stalls, what have you, bollards, pavement. And that's, then the third sheet, well, sheet 9 of 10 indicates all the components of stormwater. So everything that we're looking at to employ in the project with respect to stormwater is all detailed on there, with the exception of that oil gas separator. That's a plumbing item, but it went on the, didn't necessarily go on the drainage plan, but.
While we're on that, because that was going to be one of my questions. So that's an inside feature, inside the building, right?
What's that?
The
oil and
oil
gas?
separator.
No, it's an exterior feature.
Okay, so it's for the parking lot. That was going to be,
No, it's for the floor drains.
that's what I thought. So my question then is, we're assuming that the parking is primarily going to be for automobiles?
Yes.
Okay, we're not going to have construction vehicles, we're not going to have, other than your pickup truck may show up. There's not going to be any heavy equipment parked here, no, even though you don't know what the use for the other building is yet.
Yeah.
But this would be normal automobile parking.
Well, the other building, the northerly building, doesn't have overhead garage door in it.
Okay,
The Acoustic building does. And it's the state plumbing code that requires.
I'm trying to figure out the oil and gas in the parking.
No, I'm getting to that.
Okay,
one for
thank you.
Because it's the state plumbing code that dictates that when you have drive-through access on a commercial garage, that you need to have a floor drain in there that's connected to a
Great.
oil gas separator, and then that, and if we have municipal sewer, it's tied into the municipal sewer. If we do not have municipal sewer, it needs to go to a holding tank, a tight tank.
Yes. No, yeah, and thank you, I appreciated that. I was just making sure that in the parking lot,
Yep.
we didn't need a separate oil and gas separation for any runoff, because there's not going to be any heavy equipment, there's not going to be any equipment maintenance being done in the parking lot. it's just going to be automobiles. And normally you wouldn't worry about oil and gas separation in an automobile parking lot, is that correct?
Well, I would always worry about it.
Well, I am too, that's why I'm
No,
bringing.
and I think that, the way DEP stormwater standards have been developed over time, that's why we have to have a deep sump catch basin in all these locations, 4-foot deep sump in it, so that, you can store any sediment that gets in there, and then that can collect.
So you think you've addressed my concern about just oil dripping in the parking lot and?
I would say with 100% certainty that it's
Well,
addressed.
that's where I was going. I knew you had addressed it inside because you had mentioned it, and I was, thank you.
Yeah, so that's, that's why parking lot drainage just has a tendency to work out, back, the old days where we could just infiltrate it into the ground, those are.
Gone.
Those are the old days.
Yeah.
Yep. And then the sheet number 10, and I didn't see it in the file when I was looking for it this afternoon, but I know we talked to the fire department about the swept path analysis to come in and get out of the site. So I'll collect that information and present it at the next meeting. But there it is there. The vehicle, fire department access, we're using the Wareham Tower 1. We took their template for their Wareham Tower 1. So that vehicle will drive down Recovery Road. It'll drive in this way, back out like that, and then come out the same entranceway it came in without affecting any parking spaces.
Yep.
Great.
So we think that worked out all right. And as far as the things that I have for the site plan, that's the thumbnail sketch on it all. And I don't know if, Scott, you want to talk about the building at all, or is there?
I haven't prepared anything specifically about the building outside of, it's not a metal building, it's, it's intended to be clapboard style construction and asphalt shingle roof.
Yeah, we just need to look at the design standards and see.
Yeah, there's industrial zone
Yep.
design standards that,
We need to go
Apply,
through them.
yeah.
yeah. So I mean, that's pretty much what I have on it. It's relatively straightforward. It's not an overwhelmingly complex or large project. And happy to answer any other questions you might have.
Yeah, I think we just need some time with,
I have some questions, but.
Go
but
ahead.
As you,
nope, please, go ahead.
and I have, well, we just have to confirm, and I have to read Mr. Turner's letter, that we're just doing a site plan review and there's no special permit. That's just a check item. Are we getting a peer review on this?
We need to fund a 53G
G,
account
yeah.
and get the peer review underway.
Okay. We'll figure out my math on the square footage. That's not a big
Yeah.
deal. My concern is, do you have like a overall locus map so we can point? That's probably page 1 or something, if you could flip back to it so I can.
Scale's a little,
Do you have a better, probably the one on the right is the one, we could probably work from that. Okay, my concern is, I go to Recovery Road all the time. I have back problems. I go to the, how much traffic are we looking, because trying to get out of Recovery Road, because of the way there's a stop sign, there's the stoplight, traffic on Kendrick Road, it's not hard, but not knowing how much additional traffic this is going to put, is there any concerns for that intersection? How much traffic are you envisioning in and out of this site?
Question for me?
A question to any of you, because have you ever been to this site?
I have.
Yeah, trying to
I
get
have.
out sometime during the
Sometimes,
day
yeah.
is hard to get out
depends on
onto
the time of
Kendrick
day.
Road.
If the industrial park is
Letting out.
between shift, you've got the Fielding stop sign.
Yeah, the way the stop signs are and
Yeah.
and the stoplight.
Yep.
Yeah, it's tight quarters during certain occasions, you know? I don't know, I didn't anticipate the trucking being anything significant, and I thought, in my view anyway, that it would be an early morning thing when the guys are mobilizing to go to a job site and returning later or early afternoon for that.
During the day, you're not expecting a lot of vehicular traffic.
No, sir. Just, I have 4 employees. They stay there all day. They might go get a coffee. That's about it.
Okay.
Very few trucks. Like I said, most of the stuff gets delivered to the job.
All right.
I might have one of my drivers might come in early in the morning. He starts.
One
really-
driver is not an issue. Yeah, because it could get funky at that intersection. Okay, that sort of addresses that concern there. What's the anticipated hours of operation? Just
So, average office hours for my office staff. So there's 4 of them total.
so it would be 9 to 5 or that kind of thing.
Yes. No later than 5.
Okay.
No later than 5. Every
not-
now and again, I might show up personally and throw a few things in my pickup.
Nobody's going to be working in the storage space.
Nope.
Round the clock.
There's not a, nope,
Okay.
nope. There's no call for it.
Forklifts in the.
There is a forklift. There is a forklift inside.
Okay.
I drive it.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So that. Go ahead.
There was just one thing, there was no dumpster shown on the plan. We didn't have any room for a dumpster per se, but,
That was where my next question was going to go.
okay.
so-
So what we were talking about is that where most of the material gets shipped out of there for use on a construction site, usually there's facilities for trash disposal on the construction site, and that's how that was intended to
But
be dealt.
office buildings generate trash.
Well, and that would be the cleaning service, that would be responsible to clean the building, that would take that with them. The paper, trash, waste paper
Yeah, whatever,
baskets.
yeah.
You don't know what's gonna go in the second building, though.
We don't, no.
Yep.
So there's nowhere really on this plan to put a dumpster, right?
Not without losing parking,
All over the hill.
it seems.
It's,
No, it's a question. I'm not.
no, I know, you can put it on there, I don't know how well it works. You know, we really want it to be like straight
Yeah,
in
you
from
need-
the
you
driveway
need the
so the
truck-
guy can
the
pick it
truck
right
needs
up.
to get in, yeah.
You know, turning it but we have all those parking spaces there, we're deficient by about 4 spaces of parking as it is.
Yeah.
But fortunately, we have flexibility in our parking requirements in the zoning, so, you know, if the dumpster became very important to have there, then perhaps we would be seeking a reduction in some parking.
Okay, so if I turn this around and just ask you build in town all the time, what kind of garbage is usually generated, or from your other, how much
Trash.
trash?
Yeah.
I'm not talking your construction debris, but how much trash gets generated from a?
Too much, and, you know, half of it is precipitated from people just making good use of somebody else's dumpsters, like driving into my parking lot and
Right.
helping themselves to my dumpster, and they don't care what they throw there, I certainly do. You know, and, I don't know, some of the restaurants around, you know, when you have a grease dispenser and a cardboard dispenser and your trash dispenser, you know, those are the types of things that, at least that we see, is really escalate the need for dumpsters.
Great, that's a good point. Do you have a lot of cardboard you're gonna have to deal with?
No, I mean, the most that I would have probably sometimes like the shrink wrap that's on some of the ceiling tiles. I might have a little bit of that and maybe empty pallets. But I usually ship them out. I can bring them back to the suppliers.
Okay,
So
so
my
yeah, we
driver
wouldn't,
might
we
come-
wouldn't want pallets being stored out in the open.
I don't think that there's a desire to have really any refuse stored outside at all. I mean, it wants to be a clean, professional-looking area.
Okay, so
That would be an improvement in that area because that was a dumping.
there's a lot of,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's kind of
certainly not
tough
gonna
right
look like
now,
that.
just like Discovery Road. I mean, you know, it just ends right there.
Yeah, people go down there and dump a lot of
Terrible.
stuff.
Yep.
A bunch of us got together and cleaned up that area. We filled 2 roll-offs.
Did you?
Don't Trash Wareham. Had about 20 people
Does the
there.
state still have any controls over Recovery Road at all? Because that's the old 28 road bed.
That's the old road, right, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, was it abandoned? And because then on the other side, it was abandoned. Of course, it goes back to whoever owned the land before.
Yep.
I remember the last building that was gonna go in there.
Okay.
So does
Madam
this
Chair.
property end up abutting the recovery place, McCargill's? I'm not sure what you call that business.
It's South Coast,
Oh,
Rehab.
Doobies?
Hmm?
What, the little building there?
oh, the Doobies place.
No, not that one, the other
The-
side.
The
Is that-
rehab.
Like
Yeah,
an eye
rehab.
doctor or
Yeah, is that-
something like that.
Yeah, it doesn't abut, does it?
No,
Across the road.
So is
Yeah,
there
it's
something in
across the
between?
road.
There's a buffer between, but
Yeah.
these guys should know better than me.
We're looking for what? The question is,
What's in between this property and the medical facility? If there is any.
Oh, well, the medical
South
facility is
Coast
across the road.
street.
I know that.
Right, so
Oh, so
right on
you're
the
talking
same
about the
side
one on
is
the
is an
corner.
eye doctor.
No, not, that's a town building.
Yeah.
is the question about abutters?
Yes.
Yeah, between this property and the medical facility.
So the listed abutters, I can go down the list if you like.
There's more than one?
Notified abutters, as far as where exactly they sit, I'm not looking at, in the submittal, I'm not looking at who's where exactly. So,
I'll look it up.
1008B.
Their property is highlighted in yellow.
Oh, there's the.
Who's that, Josh?
This is the property they want to develop here in yellow. Here is,
That's
the
all South
proposed
Coast.
So,
Facility.
yeah.
And then this is for recovery where Doobie is
Right.
located.
As Adobe.
And then it looks like there's some industrial use behind it. Here.
So there is another piece of property.
So who's the property where the arrow is?
This larger one?
Yep, that sort of wraps around 2 sides of the property.
So that's Coastal Orthodontics Wareham LLC.
Okay, so that's where the
If
orthodontist.
that's A1, let me double check that. A. I'm sorry, A.
Coastal Orthodontics. I can help you guys clarify. So that rectangle,
And you're,
Can we get you to,
okay.
okay.
We'll have you come back and spell your name.
And
but go ahead.
identify
Yeah,
yourself,
yeah.
yes.
Doobies, this larger, whatever the yellow outline is owned by,
Wareham Medical.
yeah,
Wareham Medical LLC.
so it's the area below.
Right,
And then that's where the turn
right.
Yeah.
So you're the owner of the sort of L-shaped property that wraps around the subject property?
is. No owner of the subject property.
Okay, all right. So yeah, if you could identify yourself and,
Kevin Oliveira, Oliveira.
Thank you. And so going back to something you said earlier, I think, Mr. Madden, we called it a trapezoid. I don't think it's a trapezoid, but that's the property owner you tried to contact for the conservation.
Correct.
And you haven't been able to contact them.
Contact's been established. There was reluctance to proceed with the ANRAD filing.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, I think I understand. It was pretty straightforward.
so we've got a 53G account to establish and a proposal to seek from Allen and Major for peer review.
Fire department.
Fire department review, and letter. Consideration of the dumpster.
Oh, go ahead.
The variance, for the storage. So what was your thinking on the sequence of how you want to attack the variance?
Before we do that,
Michael.
I have a note here that it is going to require a special permit because of the number of parking spaces. That may be a ZBA special permit. We need to look into
Because
that.
we exceed the 10.
The
Well,
10.
but that's
Because
site plan review, so it's subject to site plan review if it's over 10, not special permit.
Let me, I've asked the question, it's something we just need to resolve, and
We can.
it's clear, one way or the other, it's clear. I just don't know
I
sitting
think it
here.
is site plan review.
Okay, continue with your enumeration.
So the variance for, the use variance for storage. Operating hours seem to be okay, but we'll probably put that in as a condition just to clarify it. Is there any sense from the board of what you'd like to see happen with the traffic?
I don't think there's anything you could do. I mean, it does back up from the light.
Yeah, I'm not sure under site plan review we can do much about traffic.
I agree.
Okay.
And the other
If
buildings
there is no special permit, we just take them at their
Yeah,
word.
yeah,
And
well, and we know that from experience that it's really a timing thing with what's happening with the other businesses in the industrial park and how
and
backed
what
up it
ends up
gets at
being
the
in
light.
that other use.
Other building, yeah.
Right, right. Yeah.
Seems like it's been not as bad as it had been in the past. In my,
Well, I wonder if there's some change in the population in the businesses in the industrial park that has changed that.
The easy ones down there is gone.
that's right.
What was that?
The hell do they call that place? Trade routes. That's closed.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
The USDA building on
The
there.
brewery still hosts, but that's
good,
usually
yeah.
in the evening.
Off-peak
or
type of
off-peak.
thing, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Still not.
And I go get my crumpets occasionally. So,
You can get those at Market Basket.
oh, well, you can go right there and get them
Yeah, but
now.
you can get them off-site, so you don't have to deal with the traffic on
Okay.
Kendrick Road.
But it was very good. We talked about the crumpet, the need for crumpet distribution.
Right.
Yeah.
Did I miss, what did
I
I miss?
think it's
It's-
pretty
It's
straightforward.
easy, straightforward,
Yeah.
there's not a lot
I
to
mean,
talk about.
there's some things to address, but I think it's all pretty
Yeah.
clear.
No, I do too, and, Allen and Major, they had done the previous site plan review, 53G review on the project, so,
They may have, some,
yeah,
a
I
leg
mean,
up on it.
it's likely they don't need to recreate the wheel for it, just to
Right,
reacquaint
right,
themselves
but
with things that
just-
took
Yeah.
place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go through the motions of,
So see what they,
yeah.
see how they plan to deal with it. And are you gonna, were you gonna give them like a timeline to provide?
Do we usually give Allen and Major a timeline? They usually tell us how quickly
They're
they can turn
Yeah,
around.
well,
They could-
Relatively really
pretty
quick for turning
quick.
these things
Okay.
around once we
Yeah.
get it
Yeah,
established.
they haven't been delaying us that much.
Right,
We just won't set them off until we get paid. We need to get paid to pay them.
Yeah, exactly.
Once we get paid, we'll let them loose.
Okay.
And we haven't scheduled the request for a variance yet, correct?
No,
right. That was my question was
Yeah.
about the
Which would
sequencing.
Affect the
and-
timing of Allen and Majors. If
Right.
you're gonna
What,
get,
uh,
presumably get
necessarily.
that first?
we could condition the site plan review
On
Yeah, we talked about
I
that.
mean, you
success
don't
with
even
the
have to
variance.
condition it. You can't put the use
Right.
up,
If they don't get the use variance, there's
Yeah,
there's
then
no
you
site
can't.
plan
yeah.
to
Right.
act on.
Right,
And as we all remember, we don't approve a site plan review. We just
we just
Discuss.
condition
make
it,
it better.
make it
Yeah.
better.
right,
Mhm,
just condition it.
Hopefully.
Right.
Yeah,
No, it seems, I'm surprised you didn't ask anything about the facade or usually
That
ask.
can we,
Design.
I mean, how much purview do we have with, I
We
mean,
could
I'd
do
like
a
to,
lot-
I'd like
we
to
could
look
do
at
a lot
the,
of-
I'd
we
like
could
to
do a
look at
lot
the
of
design
facade things.
guidelines.
We have a lot of discretion in site
Well,
plan
we didn't-
review
we
for
didn't get
aesthetics.
any.
It wasn't a metal building.
And we didn't- We didn't get
Metal
any
building, right.
any
Yeah, we got away from the
elevations.
metal
Can we
building.
look at the elevations? Do you have them
Sure, I
there?
brought some.
Good.
I thought
We
those
have
had
a
been
lot
part
of
of the
discretion
submittal.
on aesthetics with site plan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Permission to approach?
Absolutely. Please do.
Although there's never going to be any residential down here,
Yeah.
so.
No.
Better than a tin building, for sure.
Thank you.
They're pretty simple at this stage. But there should be enough there to provide some context.
Thank you.
You have one to spare. You're good.
Yeah, we want a Cape Cod aesthetic.
Hey, you got multicolored siding, what do you want? I could see that already.
So building one is for Al's company, for Acoustech. And, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's a simple design, clapboards, asphalt shingles. You may be able to see there's a good amount of office space. You may wonder about the elevation, the height.
I was just gonna ask that.
The items that look like little step ladders, those are basically storage racks, that's to get height.
So is there a second floor?
There's no second floor, it's all proposed as a single floor.
Because there's some windows up at the upper level, that's what I was wondering.
I think that's just to be able to help with some natural lighting,
Yep.
is the intent. And as far as the second building, let's see, I should back up for a second. There's the entrance elevation shows double doors,
Yep.
primary entrance, single emergency, and then overheads.
No proposed solar for the roof?
I believe there's probably a hookup requirement as far as the electric providing access for that, but as far as desire to have solar on it, there's not contemplated at this time.
And it's probably oriented, it's off of due south, but it's probably just fine for PV.
Is the roof load designed that you could add solar?
I don't believe we've actually gone through that level of architectural detail as far as structural, et cetera. The goal at this point, honestly, is to get the variance for the use so that it's worthwhile progressing further with the development of any plans for that matter.
Right, yeah, you don't want to do too much design if you're not going to get the use variance, I understand.
Right.
In fact, even before even doing the peer review, I was perhaps under the impression that we're going to try to get an understanding of the approving the use this evening. So with that said, I can continue through the drawings. What I will say is the second building, we've kept it similar, but interior-wise, we don't have a specific use case in mind. It's not been dictated that we want to be able to have storage there as in Al's building or not. I mean, there are a lot of other permitted uses. Wholesale, for example, is one that comes to mind, which allows for storage, ironically, and that's by right.
Yeah.
So,
I noticed that, between the two buildings, you got like 8 feet difference, interior height between the two buildings. Is that purposely designed that way, or it just happened that way by accident?
that's a great question. I think where it's not a known occupant, I mean, it was just kind of to kind of complement the existing.
Sure.
It's similar.
Yep.
That's essentially all there is at this point.
Yeah, that's a big difference right there.
So, I mean, if they're not going to have the use variance before we rule, that's fine. We just need to make sure that our description of the conditions are such that if they get the use variance and then they come back within that use variance and really rethink how they're using the site, they would need to come back and do a modification to the site plan review, which is anticipated, but we just need to describe what would trigger that. Not that you can't do it, it would just, what would trigger that review? So we just need to think of that as we. Again, because we're not trying to keep this from happening, we just want to make sure the design aesthetic is
Agreed.
appropriate. And then whatever you do, we want it to be better than what's there now.
Yeah.
Better than a vacant lot?
Better than what's
Take a
there,
lot of
yes.
junk on it. Yeah.
Yes, we just don't want it to
Dumping
get
ground.
worse.
Well, it depends if you're the person dumping the trash.
I know what the end of the street
It was
looks
bad.
like at times, and
Yeah,
when was the last time we had a big dumpster there? Was very recently?
You just cleaned it up, what, a month ago?
Yeah, we had, about a month ago, we had 2 roll-offs there. Volunteers cleaned up a ton of stuff.
That's amazing.
I mean, it's incredible once you start getting into that, how much stuff is there.
Yeah.
There's one huge concrete
All over town. like that.
something, catch basin just sitting there.
Well,
Gotta go at it
hopefully
with hammers.
We make this area an active, vibrant,
Exactly.
my word.
Right, that'll,
vibrant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they won't dare.
People will be forced to go somewhere else, which hopefully would be
Exactly.
the dump.
The dump.
honestly, one of my biggest concerns is the trash. Depending on what the building is used for, it's weird to have nothing there. And the next guy who comes up says, there's no trash there, why do I have to have a dumpster? That worries me a little bit.
Yeah, maybe when we come back, we'll talk about, just think about.
Yeah, sure.
What
Yeah,
what are
absolutely.
options? I don't-
Yep.
Even if we don't need it today, what if we need it in the
Yeah.
future? What would we do?
Right.
Guess you could always dump it at the end of the street.
In-office recycling programs.
That's right.
Yeah. I saw one spot where you could put a dumpster. It's not very convenient to
Huh?
buildings, but there's one spot,
Yep, yep.
so at the,
Front of the building.
yeah, it's actually at the front of the well, it's to the left of building 2. Just sort of lined up across the front here.
Oh.
With a little
Yeah, that's,
truck
Yeah,
back in.
there's a couple of small cans there, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You'd probably have to do some sort of walkway to get from the buildings to it, or something, but you could fit a dumpster in there, I
Yeah.
would
Does
think.
commercial pickup have to be a dumpster, or do they do cans? Like
That's a good
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know the answer to that.
And recycling as well.
I can't think of one.
That does cans.
Yeah.
Or, we're not even, I'm talking about the plastic wheelie
Mhm,
thing.
no,
Right,
Yeah.
right. I mean, they're small dumpsters, really small dumpsters. But they're still,
In the olden days, they had burn barrels, you know?
yeah, right.
Not that old, Mike.
Don't carry
I can attest to that.
All right,
I'm done.
I
Yeah.
think it's
Easy,
clear.
quick.
A couple of more things, and we should be able to-
Aesthetically, I think it all looks great, with one exception, those 2 upper windows. And I have a suggestion for a replacement. Just go up above, this is a really great elevation, I like this a lot. If you went right up above, this one, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong page, this
The
one.
second one?
This is great, I think that's really nice, but if you went right above these with windows that are tucked right up under the eave,
Yeah.
and just repeated those, you'd get that natural light in.
Aesthetically,
It looks
kind
kind of
of
New England barn.
Yeah, I like it.
And that would, and these 2 just seem out of character, I think. So,
In the end, yeah. Okay.
just a thought,
So eliminate those two
yeah. And
and
put
put them in the
the
front.
ones
Put 'em
up, yeah,
across.
little square,
I like it.
it's barn-like,
Yeah.
so. Anyway, do we, some more discussion that we want to have tonight, or?
So we just need to continue.
We need to determine when we continue it too, because we've got to get the 53G account funded and get the peer review
I would think that's the only thing, and the fire department. final
Right, and the fire
determination.
department. I would think the fire department would be a quicker turnaround than the peer review, but
Yeah,
maybe I'm wrong.
So really, is it October?
Yeah, so do we
Realistically.
go to
You have a rush to get this done by any,
I don't, not per se, not really. I didn't have like I am leasing a place now, but I can lease it again. I'm
Yeah.
actually renting from Conserve. Our office is
Yeah.
there, so our office people are all at Roy's place.
so maybe
And-
he's got more of a,
So I'm not,
Would like.
I'm not the attorney involved, but I believe in terms of the purchase and sale, I'll try to paraphrase. I don't know what the time window is, but I know the current owner of the property has a time window, and, you know,
yeah.
that would
well,
probably
it
be,
would seem to me your longer time window, no matter what we're doing, is gonna be the use variance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're not gonna, it doesn't sound like you're gonna have any problem with us, other than scheduling the meeting, right?
yeah, and I would think that we've got an unknown in how long the peer review is gonna take, and the 53G, that's up to you guys to fund, so I think
Yeah, so I think your
there's a little
longer,
bit of an
longer
unknown in
timeline
there.
is the use variance and
Probably.
Conservation Commission. Right?
Yeah, my goal would be to get geared up on the use variance now.
Yes.
And if Phil can provide us with the estimate for the 53G,
Yeah.
then we'll fund that and get
Well,
that
he
in
has, he
place.
has what, a standard, right? It's like six,
Standard is like $3,000.
Yeah.
So if you comfortably came with a check for $3,000, that's enough to get them started.
Yeah.
And then if we need additional, we just request it. It's pretty straightforward.
So what's the status with Concom?
We'll have to file a notice of intent.
Oh, right, yeah,
Wow,
right, of
okay.
course. Has that process been started?
Not really, but it's not terribly rigorous, you know,
Yeah,
we're
okay.
comfortable in.
Okay.
so I don't think we're the long leg in your,
Yeah, the
I don't think so, I don't
ZBA
think
is
so.
probably the
I think
long,
it's ZBA.
yeah.
Is there a P&S involved?
Pardon me?
Is there a purchase and sale
Yeah.
involved in this?
Yes, there is. Al and I have been working together on this. We want to get it done, but there is a time limitation on the P&S.
Is there a
I'm just trying to
closing?
get a handle on, is it like 6 weeks or 6 months kind of thing?
Oh, yeah,
Then we can work it out.
yeah, we're not the long tail, I
yeah,
don't think.
no,
Yeah,
So a zoning, so Concom and then a zoning variance
Zoning,
would
right.
require.
yeah.
and those could all go on simultaneously.
Concom might take longer than a variance.
Concom should be a 60-day affair, I think.
Yeah,
And as far as the ZBA thing, I mean, don't
less.
they have like about 130 days to complete all their actions?
But they typically.
If they take if they
Yeah,
were
if
to
they take
extend
the
it
whole,
all
which
out,
they generally don't.
which they don't generally do.
They're usually
tell most
pretty
people-
quick, one
Yeah,
way or
they
the
are.
other.
I tell most people you can get through the ZBA in 2 months.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's pretty reasonable.
just basically 60 days all around.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
so it seems reasonable that this should all be wrapped up this year.
Oh, yeah.
All of the,
All of the components, yeah.
not even counting all the holidays at the end. Unless there's some surprise that we haven't thought about.
Put it out to October.
So, yeah, we haven't really talked about it, but if you were thinking about October, you,
Town
Yeah,
meeting,
we've got,
town
we've got
meeting
a,
and a holiday.
yeah,
We envisioned last year when I put out the schedule, having.
we would shift.
We've in the
6th and
past
20th,
yes.
shifted those two meetings
the
from
1st and 3rd. Okay,
first and
Yeah.
third.
got it.
I recommend that we at least consider that option.
Yeah, I think we should probably,
Well, that's,
everybody think about it,
that's our
but
accepted schedule as it stands right now. We voted on it, we have that done.
Yeah.
we've done it, we
The
have it
schedule is
voted?
done.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we did vote on
Yeah.
the schedule,
Yeah,
you're
so that's,
absolutely right.
it's already taken care of.
Okay, all right.
Did we put the first
thank
and
you.
third? I don't remember, my brain.
I
I'm
think-
pretty sure we do
I
have,
think we did.
All right, so we should
We should confirm
memorialize
that and confirm it at our next meeting.
I didn't bring my schedule, but we, after doing this enough times, April and October,
So I think we could probably vote on saying the first October meeting, regular meeting of the planning board. And that may be the 6th, that may be the 13th.
It will not be the 13th.
It will not be the
It really
13th.
would be the 6th and the 20th.
We just need to confirm that it would be the 6th.
October 6th and the
Madam Chair,
20th.
we have a question from the gallery.
Just letting you know, finance got moved to Mondays that alternate opposite.
Oh, you're talking about in October?
No, all the time.
Oh, from
They're on
Wednesday.
Mondays now, on the ones that we're not on.
Okay.
So
but
John,
not here.
are you telling us you can't accommodate, the 6th or the
20th.
20th? They will be in this space. Oh,
Oh,
but you could accommodate the broadcast, no? Okay,
No,
okay.
right. we're gonna
So then
have
you
to
pick a
figure that
different day of the week.
Or we could meet in room 27, or,
well, we need to somehow
Well,
figure out how to
but
broadcast.
we don't have to figure it out tonight.
Yeah.
Right now,
Yeah.
we're looking at the 1st and 3rd in October, 1st and 3rd week in October, and then,
Because of a holiday and town meeting.
okay.
So,
All
so
right.
we could say our first meeting in October,
out. Yes.
and whatever the date for that is.
It needs to be a date certain.
Yeah.
We can always,
Why don't you continue it to the 22nd? And then if they haven't had a chance to respond to Phil or whatever it may be,
we should know.
Bill
by then.
comes in and continues it.
Yeah, because
And then by then we should have-
may be tight.
Yeah.
Yep.
I say continue it to September 22nd.
October 22nd.
No, September 22nd.
We don't know what dates we're gonna be able to
Oh,
meet.
Right.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
We presumed that we could have Mondays.
Right,
but-
we don't know
Right.
what we're
Okay.
doing in October.
All right, so September 22nd.
Yeah, and if
So I
Phil,
move that we continue 1025 Conserve Group, Inc., Site Plan Review, 6 Recovery Road, until the regularly scheduled planning board meeting of September 22nd, 2025.
Second,
And we need to look at how that, now we,
yeah.
what we're stacking in terms of meetings.
Yeah, yep. So we have,
Have a second?
Yep, did, second.
Yeah, yeah.
any discussion? We've had all discussion.
You can make copies.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Need 'em.
Mike Baptiste, aye.
Carl Schultz, aye.
Julie Moran, aye.
I mean, it's not
Sam
like I
Corbett,
come
aye.
there every day.
Jane Gleason, aye.
I come there every day, so if I'm
So
taking them
5,
from you.
0,
Yeah, I can
0.
print 'em. Oh, yeah, take them, yeah, yeah, absolutely. Take 'em, show 'em my file.
If we have to continue.
So we
it
have
because
another
it's not
site
ready.
plan review on
Do that for a second.
Second.
Just
2
stuck in
East
there.
Boulevard for the
22?
22nd.
Yeah.
So right now, we've got 2 things on.
What is
I
that?
will
What is that
look at
meeting?
this and-
What do we call it on this one?
So Madam Chair, through you to the Director of Planning, is that your official title?
Official.
Can you help resolve the October meeting schedule?
Yeah,
We would like to have 2 meetings, and
we would,
we
yes.
also need to be able to accommodate the public hearings for your
Yep, and I
proposed
already,
bylaw.
yeah, I already got those on the agenda for the 8th. Well, I got 3 of them on the agenda for the 8th. That's been advertised. And then I think there's 2 more citizen petitions that you guys may be encumbered with.
Okay, but they have to
Yep.
be noticed, and they have
Yep.
to be
It's in the paper right now.
for the citizens'
Mhm.
meetings? So when were they noticed for?
They were? I
What, did you put the first 3 in?
advertised the 3 that I'm bringing forward.
Those are in the newspaper today.
Yep,
Oh,
and
that's
then
fine.
there's 2 other citizens that I know of that want to bring something forward,
Okay.
How many articles are there? 5, you said?
potentially.
Okay.
But they,
But
we
to
don't want to
Carl's
run
point,
into the
yeah.
problem that we ran into in the spring,
Yep,
just because of
Yeah.
miscommunication.
Right.
No fault, no harm, no foul, but
Anything else?
So I think we're good with you guys.
Okay?
Thank you.
I think we are.
9:22.
Yeah, no, we're good.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks very much for your time, much
Thank
appreciated.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
Thank you, everybody. Good night.
good
Me
night.
too. So, other business, I was just gonna bring up that we met this morning with Judy Barrett,
Yep.
who is the consultant who will be working with us on the zoning rewrite.
So it's been awarded?
And it's been awarded.
Awarded? Yeah.
The committee's coming together and, in terms of the makeup of it, and, yeah, she seems like she's gonna be
And at the select board meeting on the 2nd, I think it is, that they will, everyone needs to get their applications in the standing committee, and they will be before the select board for approval. So, but we have zoning, CBA representatives, planning board representatives,
That's the-
Professional
that's-
representatives.
select board representative, and engineer and attorney.
That was in the newspaper today as well.
Good, so. Coming together.
So.
It was a great call. She's very
Yeah.
ready to go, and
She's actually, she said she's very excited about it. She
Where's she
really
from,
likes doing
Yeah.
zoning. Where's she from?
Judy, yeah.
I want to say like, not South Coast, Winchester
She was in
or
Canada
something.
when she was talking to
In
us. so-
Middlesex County, I want to say. But she works all over. She works in New
Yeah,
Hampshire.
she was talking
and
about some of the
all over
projects she was doing
Massachusetts.
in northern
Yeah.
New Hampshire and
Yeah.
big towns, small towns.
Yeah.
So,
She was one of the two companies who provided us with an estimate, which helped us
Early on,
in
yeah.
determining, the relative cost of this when we submitted the grant. so. Okay.
And we have reorg on the agenda next meeting.
say that again?
Reorganization next meeting.
Yes.
Make sure that's-
Reorganization next meeting, correct. And if you all would think about it and get back to me with what you would like to see for a slate. I'm trying to
Okay.
figure that out, what makes the most sense and what to propose.
Okay.
But I would love to hear from
Second,
any and all of you.
Motion to adjourn.
second.
All in favor?
Frank Baptiste, aye.
Did you say, sorry, Julie Moran, aye.
Sam Corbett, aye.
Jane Gleason, aye.
Labor.